Hey guys, what's going on? It's Salvage here, and today we're going to be talking about The Last of Us Part 2 and Ellie's gameplay, and the fact that it's going to be very awesome. Now, we don't actually know much about the official gameplay of anything. We haven't seen anything, we haven't really heard much about it, but if we could take past games from Naughty Dog like Last of Us 1 and the Uncharted series, we could get a good idea about what's going to be in The Last of Us Part 2. So like for the stealth, for example, the stealth is probably going to be very tactical, very different from The Last of Us 1 with Joel, because Ellie, of course, is going to be more of a tactile player, while Joel is more of just the aggressive, get in and out, bam, okay? Also, I wouldn't be surprised if Naughty Dog, of course, brings back the zombies, or I'm sorry, the infected versus the human type of aspect that they put into The Last of Us Left Behind. The Last of Us Left Behind was freaking awesome when they did that. Like, hey, yeah, grab this brick and throw it in the middle of there, and then boom, you kill, or you could have them fight each other, and then you could sneak past, or you could actually take out the remaining people that are alive, or the remaining infected that are alive. It's very cool, and it's something that shows that everybody is a survivor in this world, and everybody's fighting for themselves, and it's not just bad versus evil. Nobody likes these infected. Nobody wants to be around these infected. And speaking of the infected could be very difficult in gameplay, unless she's like Tess, which I could imagine is what they're going to try to do, is make her as strong or as stronger than Tess was in the original game, and Tess can hold her own pretty well. So I would think that the infected gameplay would be the same. You know, you push X, or I'm sorry, you push square, and you know, you knife them and you kill them. You know, that's basically what it is. There's not much else that you can do with the gameplay for the infected. There's no counters that you can do. The things that they do aren't human. They're very random and spontaneous because they're not living and thinking. For the hand-to-hand combat for humans, that's something that might be difficult, and you might want to consider going in with only a melee weapon and not just hand-to-hand. You don't want to go in hand-to-hand because, of course, you're not going to be able to just take on a bunch of, like, you're not going to be able to take on 5 guys with just your hands. It's going to be very difficult for Ellie to do that, and it's seen in the other games that she can't really take on 2 people at once. Okay, it's going to be hard for her to do, so she's going to be going in with a melee weapon, and this is actually shown in the first trailer. If you look in the first trailer, it looks like it's more of a stealth section. Like, if you actually look at the layout of what it is, there's one guy in the bathroom sitting in the bathroom, there's one guy in the room sitting in the room, there's a guy standing in the living room. That seems like a perfect section for it. And there's one guy with a machete. I mean, there's one guy that actually has machete cuts in him, so it makes sense that Ellie is going to be more of a melee weapon type of user instead of hand-to-hand like Joel. Joel can go in and literally smack somebody so hard they go flying with an uppercut. Okay, that's what Joel can do. Ellie is going to be more of the bat, more of the machete, more of the knives. You know, that's what Ellie is going to be, and it's going to be really cool to see how she's going to be able to get through this world just with those weapons. Maybe you can make your own weapons as well and craft your own type of stuff like you were able to in the first game. And I expect the gun gameplay to actually be much smoother because Naughty Dog, of course, with Uncharted 4, that was some of the most smooth. I mean, it was one of the most smooth ones. The Last of Us was alright, but you know, the gun gameplay is pretty simple. Take cover, wait for somebody to pop up and shoot them. It's not complicated. But the gameplay that I want to see is probably going to be much smoother than what I'm going to be expecting, because Uncharted 4 was very smooth, and when I look at it, the improvements that they can make are very simple and they can work very well for this game, and I know that Naughty Dog is working very hard to make this game and its gun gameplay very smooth and easy for most people to control, and for it to have a good flow throughout the game. And you know, you don't want to get bored and tired of doing the same shooting. Of course, it's going to be different throughout the game. You're going to have bows and stuff like that, so it's going to be cool. There's going to be a variety of weapons, and I'm pretty sure that Naughty Dog is going to improve on their gun gameplay since the last game. I know that Naughty Dog is going to bring some interesting things like boss battles and stuff to the game that's going to make us really flip out and lose our minds when we see it. And I hope when the game comes out, it's going to be a fun experience, and it's going to be something that's going to be unique. and special. So thank you guys for watching. If you guys are new, go ahead and subscribe. If you guys like this video, go ahead and like it. Tell me what gameplay features that you want to see in Last of Us Part 2. This is basically certain stuff. All of this is going to be improved. Most of it we've seen in the gameplay trailers of what it's going to be. It's going to be melee heavy. I don't think there's going to be a lot of weapons and guns in this game. I think that ammo is getting scarce, and unless people know how to make ammo, that's not going to be a thing. So tell me what you guys' ideas are in the comments below. If you're new, go ahead and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.